Hello and welcome to Narrow Path. We are back, bigger and better than ever. Josh Beck is officially on board, no longer on work experience, which is exciting. We're joined, the elephant in the room. Josh Merchant is at home shitting himself to death. He's got gastrointestinal disorder. I actually think he just had too many beers, but he claims he's got gastro, so send prayers and adult nappies for Josh. Hopefully he survives. If he doesn't, if you'd like a job hosting Narrow Path, please write to us at I don't know, Josh Merchant shit himself to death, Frankston 3199. Do you want to introduce your guest?
Yes, happy to. So I've invited James on this week from Awesome Autos.
Yeah, Awesome Autos. Yeah.
I asked James on to tell us a bit about himself personally, professionally, his story in business. I think I've known James for 12 months now?
Yep.
I've probably been a bit rude. I feel like I haven't asked you where you grew up.
No, you haven't. Quite frankly, I thought we were closer to that.
But, mate, we'd love to hear it. Have you always been in Frankston?
No, man. I grew up born in Baronia, born at Angeles in Furniture Gully.
Right.
And lived there all my life.
Yeah.
So, mum and dad, I went overseas, lived in Manchester, England for a while.
Really?
And then I came back. They'd moved from my house in Baronia that I grew up with, knocked on the front door. They weren't there. Literally did not know that they'd moved down to Sorrento.
Wow.
So all my shit was down in Sorrento. I had a backpack, had a bag full of stuff that I'd had for the last year, travelling around a bit. Did not know they'd moved.
Wow.
So they said, "Yeah, come and live with us if you want down in Sorrento." That's not practical.
Yeah.
Like jobs and everything. So then I had to kind of couch hop for a little bit with my brother for a bit until I established myself. And yeah, but grew up in Baronia, went to school in Ringwood, Vermont, Baronia, Kilsyth, hopped around a little bit. Sometimes it was my own doing, sometimes it was their doing. Yeah, had a good upbringing. Can't complain in any way. Folks were the best folks ever.
Sick.
So yeah, all opportunities were afforded to me.
I didn't know that. So when did you start in cars?
I was in advertising, and I was selling advertising for the Trading Post and Things That Go. I don't know if you remember that publication. Trading Post institution, yeah. You know, you're buying your PlayStation games, Super Nintendo stuff, pets, all that. That whole publication been around for 40, 50 years.
Tell him he's dreaming.
Tell him he's dreaming. That's right. Yeah. And then I met a guy selling advertising to selling car advertising, dealerships with advertising there. I met a guy and he had a yard, and I bought a few cars. I bought 2 cars and put them in his yard because I used to sell cars under my driveway.
Yeah, right.
And then I met a guy through the advertising, put a few cars in his yard. Then we opened up a yard while I was still working at the Trading Post. But then there was a bit of an issue there because there was a conflict of interest. I started working more at the yard and was still working at the Trading Post selling advertising, and they caught wind of this. So while we were in the yard on Wells Road, long time ago, 05 or 06, they sent somebody in, and I started helping them while I was on Trading Post time.
Nice.
So I start by putting a trade plate on the car, and I'm saying, "Hey, you got to buy this car. Here are the features," to a Trading Post human resource employee.
Cool.
So, the jig was kind of up at that point. So they called me into human resource. And, I'm kind of drifting off here, but no, they called me into human resource and said, "Is this your business card? And we have evidence to show that you've been working here on our time, and how do you plead?" And I said, "Well, no, that's not enough evidence for me. I think you've got the wrong person." And then, I'd like to see my union rep, and I sat down with the union rep at the time, and kind of got out of it. But then, I voluntarily, I don't know what the term was. I left voluntarily.
Yeah.
With entitlements, but then I was I was gone immediately. So I left volunteer, but it had to be done immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I ended up setting up a yard with the guy who I met. After that, I focused all my time on the yard that I started with him. He's an older fella, like a lot older. So we've gone separate ways.
How long ago was this?
05, 06.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. So close to 20 years I've had Awesome Autos now.
Wow.
20 years.
And so that became Awesome.
That became Awesome Autos. He came up with the name. I wasn't working there full time. I was working there part time, got busted, then started there full time, and then kind of put all my time and effort in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was all right.
That was probably one of the best things that happened.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Actually, it probably was because I was pumping advertising out, and I actually had another yard. Another yard that we used to deal with, and a friend owned it, and he used to pump all this advertising into the magazine that I was selling at the spots. He'd never paid for the advertising because they had a 90-day kind of settlement period, and I was getting paid on how much advertising he was putting in, whether or not he paid the bill or not. So I was getting paid decent money on a trip to Hamilton Island. The guy's checks was bouncing, and
wow.
I went to Hamilton Island and was getting paid reasonably well for a 3, 4, 5 month period there, and that kind of, when you stop paying your bills, you eventually can't advertise with them. So that happened. So there were some good things that came to that.
And
I met somebody and
Yeah. And so where was that? The first?
That was Angus Motors out on Latham's Road. Then Wells Road was the first official business I opened. Wells Road 29 and 29A Wells Road in Seaford.
Yeah.
The Accountable train station.
Wow. And so that was the first Awesome Autos?
Yeah, 2006.
20 years ago.
2006. I was a lot slimmer, a lot probably brighter, a lot faster, a lot darker in the hair.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
I'm fat and slow and old. But I don't give a shit either. It's all right.
That's right.
I'm comfortable enough on that front.
Yeah. Well, happens. I need to spend a little bit more time.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm a real person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I look like a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah. A normal 46-year-old person.
When you're young, that works against you to a degree. You probably felt that as well, especially in sales. You advise people and they go, "Is this 26-year-old?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've obviously stuck with selling cars from then all the way through to still today. What's changed in the car market over that time? Interested to see challenges. What's changed?
Main challenge or main change, I think, is that you guys are armed with all the information that once you weren't. Obviously, internet and having everything in your pocket, you can kind of, people sit there and do this right in front of you when negotiating something or asking questions to validate what you're saying.
Go on, Red Book. I'll put out this.
Oh, Red Book, forums, anything. I mean, it's all there. So they know more than we know. So, like, in the 80s and 90s, it's not my time, but they knew nothing. I mean, information was not available. So now it's no different to your game. I mean, I've got an idea of what I should be paying, and I've got an idea of all that based on the only 10 minutes I need to spend on the phone to kind of get information. So now they've got that, and they'll use it, and that's okay. They're better informed. They've got they're better equipped to make the right decision for them.
Yeah,
it doesn't help me, but that's okay too, because it's not about helping me. I mean, we both need to win from the transaction.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And so, where do you win the most? Where people are purchasing a new car and they're pretty happy to avoid the headache of selling privately and trading at a price that's competitive for both of you, and you buy cheap, or is it more in the sale?
Where the profit is made, or it's in the buying of the car. So having the right people and the resources to be able to buy the car at the right price, as opposed to selling it because they know what they should be buying it for. They don't know how much. The only thing I've got up my sleeve is what I've paid for the car. And so if I'm buying right, everything else, as long as the fundamentals are done, everything else is will just play out and should as long as you're doing it right, should be okay.
Yeah. Look, this is only an opinion from my finance perspective, but when people are looking at financing of equipment, they get a much better deal in terms of interest rate generally if they buy a newer car and a car through a dealer versus private.
Yep.
But I don't know how long it has been that way. I've been writing loans for 8 years, and the whole time, if you're a dealer, if you buy through a dealer, you get a better rate.
Yeah.
And there's a big argument to be made that if you do pay a little bit more through a dealer, obvious benefits are a warranty period.
Yep.
But cheaper finance offsets, in a lot of cases, the benefit of going to and buying privately.
Yep.
Have you noticed with buyers that they've preferred dealerships, or people feel more comfortable with dealerships? Do you think more people are going to dealerships now than what they used to?
I reckon with the amount of crime that there is with people knocking off cars and cars being rebirthed, just people swapping VIN numbers over, and dealerships have. I mean, we adhere to, certain guidelines in terms of PPSR checks, making sure cars haven't been stolen and written off and all that. Making sure that they haven't been, two cars haven't been kind of molded together. So that is important. Having liens on cars, that's important. We can't, like an encumbrance. So if somebody's got finance on, we can't sell it.
Okay.
We can't sell it that way.
Yeah.
There is consumer law. Consumer law kind of takes over everything, but it's ambiguous. It's very grey. So, but in theory, if you have a catastrophic failure with a car, you do have protection from under consumer law.
Yeah.
Where privately, I think you'd be fighting pretty hard to have that kind of protection. Price wise, yeah, I mean you can get private cars dirt cheap, but what are you buying? So unless you get a really thorough check and unless you click every box to make sure you've checked everything,
Which most people don't.
which a lot of people don't do.
Yeah, I would.
They don't do. I mean, there could be 10 boxes, let's say. You might click 9. You might check off 9, but it's that one that might just bite you. Like a compression test on a motor, for example, so, or hail damage and it hasn't been reported, or submerged in water and just been kind of put back together. Anything submerged in water, you just never touch. And then we as dealers know about that.
Yeah.
And if dealers are out there selling them knowing that, then they're not a dealer. No franchise dealer would. Most decent independent dealers like myself wouldn't. There would be some dealers that absolutely wouldn't care less. Would put 2 cars together, would sell you cars with a variety of motors and, and they know about it. So that's why we've still got such a bad name.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what can the purchaser do? Like, what if I want to buy a car from a dealer and I look independent? What can I do to protect myself?
Well, you can do a PPSR check. That's a very basic thing. It costs you $2 or any kind of check online, and that gives you if it's been in a write-off accident, and there's an insurance company has declared as written off. If there's an encumbrance attached to it, if it's stolen, and if it's stolen, there you go. It's a pretty big one. If it's stolen. And because there's so many stolen cars out there, people are swapping plates over, and I mean that's why buying from a dealer there's an advantage there. Yes.
I saw you looking
I'm
at the
parched. I'm feeling
You went
parched.
to the mirror and it was
And then I
empty.
went back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was sitting on trying to remember if I locked my car. And I got a brand new MacBook in it. Like $300 Mac, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
All right.
it's locked.
Well,
Yeah.
Otherwise, get a decent mechanic to check over a car.
yeah.
Like if you're buying privately, get a decent mechanic, not just an RACV test. They do, might be a 150-point check and what have you, but it's not that thorough. You get a independent mechanic that specialises in the make and model that you're kind of looking at buying. They'll do a much thorough check. Might cost you a little bit more, but it could save you plenty. There's heaps of them out there. But I mean, there's different makes and models out there that are susceptible to, mechanical failure if neglected. So if you're not servicing a car, your servicing history is vital. You just wouldn't look at a car if it didn't have thorough servicing history. So There's a whole host of things you can do. Speak to people that are actually in the know, not Uncle Steve, who's a part-time mechanic out in his garage who kicks a tire and says, "Yeah, she's a beauty." That doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's just not. And everyone's got an opinion. There's so many reviews and forums online about every single car, and there'll be a negative on every single car, whether it be a Range Rover that has recall rates of 50%, or a Toyota Corolla that might have a recall rate of 5% or 2%, even less. You'll still jump online. There'll be so many negative stuff on a Toyota Corolla as well. So you can't base it all on that. You'll speak to people who are actually in the know.
Yeah, that's really valuable information.
It is
really valuable. I wouldn't know that. Well, I'd ask you. But if I don't have a you, I don't know what I do.
Yeah. Oh well. You're relying on. You can call the RSCB. They'll do a check, or Red Book will do a check. It's a basic check.
We've done one of those before.
Yep.
Yeah. And didn't last long before the car was on its last.
And then
the rear main seal went.
Yeah.
3 weeks later.
Rear main seal. Okay, so what's probably happened then is they've cleaned the hell out of underneath, so you can't see that the rear main seal, high pressure hose, with all the degrees of it you can, and it passes roadworthy, and then over time it'll start leaking. It was always there, but at the time of photos, at the time of roadworthy inspections, it wasn't there, and that's all that needs to be kind of allowed for that photo to not leaking now. And it lasts 28 days in roadworthy.
I think this is a really common misconception, if that's the right way to phrase it. But I've spoken to quite a few people recently that have said, but when you buy a car, if you go roadworthy, it's all good.
No, a roadworthy is safety stuff. So roadworthy is, does your seatbelt retract? Are your tyres okay? Is your windscreen okay? Is there any serious oil leaks? Does your seat move when you're sitting in it? It's all safety related stuff. It's not, if your brakes are bald, as in if it's metal to metal, that kind of stuff. But it doesn't necessarily, like a rear main, there's a whole host of things that are really more concerning than perhaps roadworthy stuff.
Tires, seatbelts, all that sort of stuff. I've had a car fail with seatbelts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it happens. It just needs to fray a little bit, or doesn't retract
89
quickly enough. 89 highlights. They're bulletproof motors, though.
Yeah.
So tell us now, outside of working flat out, because I know you work flat out. What do you do outside of work?
Work.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Anything?
That's how boring my life can be. No. Well, I've got kids now.
I was going to say, I've got kids.
Yeah, I've got kids, so that definitely occupies time and is massively part of the reason I'm heavy.
How old are your kids?
2, 4, and 13.
Wow.
2 and 4 is a tough gig.
Yeah. I got
13-year-old girl, tough gig.
Yeah. Oh.
But so
send prayers.
Yeah, it's busy life, and then I've been working 6 days a week full time for a long time because I do thrive and I enjoy it. I like it. Now, otherwise, what am I going to do? I mean, I like it. I don't mind work. I don't love work. I'd love to be a gun golfer. I'd love to be a gun tennis player and travel around doing that. That I would love. So I love sport. I play a heap of sports. So I wouldn't say I love work because there's so many ups and downs, but I don't mind it. So
you're a deal junkie. You strike me as a deal junkie. Like you just want the next deal.
Well, I like dealing with people.
Yeah.
I like talking to people. Hence the reason you've invited me here. So we're chewing the fat, and I like doing this.
Yeah.
And what comes from that is just networking and meeting people and discussing what we all do, and that's how we just sold a car together. Yeah. And that's how you're doing finance for me. Yeah. And I like it.
Yeah.
So But the kids, as I said, I play a heap of sports. I don't so much anymore. But golf and tennis and basketball and table tennis. Was really good at table tennis at one point. Cricket, love cricket, like love cricket. So, but sports. What else? Not a huge amount else, unfortunately. I like drinking. I enjoy everything. I like wine. I like beer. I like spirits. I just like socialising with people. Yeah.
We do too.
Yeah.
We do too.
Yeah. That's what life's about.
Happy to be here, isn't it?
It is. So you've alongside a lot of time in the one business of selling cars and sport and talking to people, you spent a lot of time in Frankston. And I've spent my whole life in Frankston.
Yeah.
And I really like it. But what do you think? How do you see Frankston years ago? How's it changed? What do you like? What do you not like?
I probably haven't seen dramatic changes in 20 years that I can pinpoint. I grew up in Knox, and then also lived in Glen Huntly. So that was Glen Ira, as in the city, the council. But I was also at an age where I didn't care, didn't give a shit, didn't really affect me. Now things affect me in terms of finances and.
You look around now.
Well, you just see what you give out to what you get back. You need a return on your investment with anything.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily mean monetary. It's not always that. It's more if you spend something, are you getting enjoyment back? Are you getting pleasures back? Are you getting money back that help you with the other things? So council, you pay X amount of rates and what have you. I've got multiple properties and residential. How much money is going out? So what am I getting back? And I mean, safety is a huge thing. And certainly now, I've always been capable of myself, but now I've got family. Safety is a huge thing. So what's going on there? I always objected to having the parks and everything because the tariff or the bill would consist of park maintenance and just bin empties and what have you. You'd break it down, and I always thought, I want to use the parks. What am I using that? Why am I paying for this? Because it's part of the community, but now I do. I take the kids to the park and I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I thought, I'm paying this money, and what am I getting back? I'm getting my bins emptied. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I own my house. Surely that's it. Leave me alone. But it doesn't work that way. And the older you get, the more you realise you just got to keep feeding the juggernaut, keep feeding the wheel that turns. And that gets frustrating because they keep taking bites of the cherry like along the way.
Yeah.
But what does it bring? Because relatively speaking, we live in a great city and we live in a fairly safe city, and we got good education, good health, good drinking water. I mean, as a whole.
Yeah.
We live in a pretty good country.
Yeah.
But, it takes a while to realise that. Don't know if I'm quite there yet.
I don't know if I am either. But I understand what you're saying because in the day-to-day, I speak to lots of people. Sometimes I work bloody early in the morning and bloody late at night, and I think, friggin' hell, quarterly bastards are pretty rough. And you get the same.
But you're really angry lodging codes.
Yeah. Quarterly GST. Now with land tax and lots of other things that are coming in. Back when payroll tax came in for businesses with a fair bit of staff on the books, like that's a pretty rough tax for the people that need to pay that. And you think, what's going on here? Like I'm just getting snipped at every point. And look, I'm not all the way there yet either. But I agree with you. Like you go for a walk, you look around, and there is people that look after the streets. There's people that put a lot of people that we don't want on the streets, not on the streets.
Not enough on that time. But
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But I don't have kids yet. But I can understand for you boys who do, like, you're obviously thinking about them all the time. And you'd love to be able to say, and you probably do, go out, go through the shops at Frankston, do this and that. And, you're right. Without tax, without anything, it wouldn't be the same place.
Yeah. It's just the system we're part of.
Yeah.
It's you could have a full podcast for hours and hours and hours on the current system, whether it be at what tier of government, and you'd run out of time, and your battery would be flat because it could go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And as a business owner, as a just person living, you've got to have views, you've got to have some kind of influence, otherwise you are just at the mercy of the system.
Yeah.
So you need to play the game, really. You need to play it.
Yeah. Well, I think part of the game is the government nominates what their potential growth areas are, and I think Frankston's one of them at the moment, 1 of 13 or 1 of 9 or something like that.
There are 5 metropolitan activity centres. Max, they're called. Geelong's one of them, and they want Frankston to be one like that level. Geelong big, or Box Hill big, or Dandenong big.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense.
4 of them: Frankston, Box Hill, Geelong, Dandenong, and there's a fifth.
Bendigo? Not Bendigo? Geelong? No, Ballarat? Maybe, don't know. But I
Maybe
think,
Ringwood's pretty big. I don't know whether or not that's.
Potentially.
but,
Yeah.
but I feel we are getting a bit more love from the state government now, finally, in
Well, they're
Frankston.
pushing some major projects through. Be
There's-
curious to see what happens when they build these apartments.
Yeah,
It's honestly.
Have you heard about Harbour on the Penn Highway?
Not really. I mean, I've seen them knocking buildings over.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know a great deal about it.
I think that's a 14-story building. I think it's going to have restaurants and infinity pools, and there's so many apartments they're selling off the plan at $1.5 million. Some are $3 million for the ones at the top at the front.
I remember those protesters of the houses that were in front near the creek. I think there was a heap of protesting.
On Gould Street.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave us alone, and they're going to block the sunlight coming through. And anyway, development's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's
it is.
that. Yeah.
Definitely.
The best fucking thing that happens to Gould Street is they're building that apartment building. There's no way the landlords were protesting. That was the tenants. No.
Yeah.
Come on, surely.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I think that's about it for me.
Yeah.
Same for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
James, tell us about your business. If anyone watching wants to find you, they need a car. I use James. I trust him. I bought a car off James 2 weeks ago. It's a ripper.
A Nissan,
Yes.
a Datsun.
No.
Datsun.
Qashqai.
Used to be a Datsun.
Qashqai.
Yeah.
Was it? Is it?
No, Nissan used to be called Datsun.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, look, I've had it for 20 years. I kind of know what to buy, what not to buy. We do everything from $5,000 to $100,000. It's almost now there's 2 yards, 2 different locations. It's if you need a certain type of car, we can source it if we don't have it.
Yeah.
But even I tell a lot of people, if we don't have it, you don't get a car from us, don't hesitate in calling me and saying, hey, what's this car like? Give us the VIN, give us the rego. I can give you advice on whether or not that's a suitable car. And again, it doesn't matter if you're buying from me or not. You don't buy something that's clapped down or something that has that poor servicing. I always say to them, just take photos of the servicing history and send it to me, because I can see if things have been doctored. I can see whether or not, if it's consistent and whether or not it's a good indication that you're going to get decent driving for the future. But yeah, all cars have roadies, warranties, regos, they're all checked. But reality is I'm not here to necessarily promote the business. It's more just to chew the fat with you guys and
We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, mate.
I've learned a lot more about you.
Have you got more questions for him, Wayne?
I'll ask you over a few.
I thought I was here for 3 or 4 hours, mate. We'll get in hand.
We can do that.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How do you get your business? What's your lead generation strategy? How do you get people down the line?
Okay, so 1 yard is on the main drag that people kind of recognise as a bit of a hub for cars. So walking traffic is there, but then mainly it's car sales. Now car sales have got us all over a barrel, like literally all over a barrel.
Yeah.
Every dealer has to be on car sales,
Yeah.
but they're so exorbitant with what they charge. And if I told you the pricing structure, you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah.
So a lead for car sales, like when somebody jumps on
Yeah.
and presses inquire, for one, you don't know where the car is located. You know what suburb it's in. You don't know the dealer's name. You don't know the dealer's phone number. So they have to click to find all that information. That costs us, the dealer, $70 a lead.
Whoa.
Plus GST. So $70 a lead. So if somebody's sitting there, pissed at 2 o'clock in the morning, eating a silver, just scanning cars, inquire. Car sales are cleaning up. Costs us $70 a lead. Plus, it costs us $700, $650, I think it is, $650 per month to subscribe. So regardless, they get the $650.
I've got to say,
How-
I'm so sorry, because that was me.
That is so many people. And do you know, we come across as rude as hell sometimes.
For me, it's AMGs. Everyone gets an inquire. But
You're only helping car sales, man. But look, ultimately, it's about that return on investment. So if my invoice is, okay, at the cheapest, my invoice per month would be $4,000. The most expensive is probably $10,000. So that's 2 car sales. 4 to 10. Let's say on average $6,000-7,000.
Yeah.
I'm a minnow. I am a minnow.
Yeah.
All across the country. There's franchise dealers that would be, their bills would be hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands per month.
Wow.
Okay. And if the beauty of car sales is, okay, so if they put a bogus phone number on like 00000 as the phone number to call back, you don't get charged.
That's good.
If you, yeah, but okay, but then the email address has to be bogus.
Yeah.
Or even if they say you set $10,000 on a $30,000 car, you get charged. There's very few kind of there's no lenience with car sales. That's the bill. You've got to fight tooth and nail not to pay that $70, and people are just firing leads left, right, and centre, and we're copping them.
Yeah. Wow.
But the return is there, as I was saying. So if you spend $6,000, I have to get back a shitload more than $6,000 to spend that, and it's always there.
Yeah.
So they've got that. It's that threshold they fuck. They are.
Delivery.
You hate them.
It's just expensive.
But yeah, it is so expensive, and every dealer hates them.
Yeah.
You can speak to any dealer, they hate car sales. Nobody likes them, but why would they care? They've got this business model that's unbeatable.
Yeah.
And they've had it for
They have
so
the
long.
attention. They have all the attention. If I want a car, where do I go? Immediately car sales.
Well, you got Auto Trader,
Yeah.
you got Gumtree, you've still got trading posts floating around. They're nowhere.
Mm.
You've got
I would look for something.
Drive.
I would look for something niche on Auto Trader.
Yes,
If
yes.
I wanted like an FJ40 project or something like that, I'd look there.
Yeah.
But if I want to buy like a C63 coupe, car sales. We'll see what they're worth.
Car sales.
After some beers.
Yeah.
Actually,
But
never.
It's
Actually,
your
never-
doing.
Actually,
It's
never.
fucking
I
brilliant. It's
never.
built right.
I never inquire, but then I do sit there and I just go, oh, there's so good. Or like, I'll look at an Alpha 4C or something.
Don't inquire.
Like that. I never inquire.
Do you know what
Because I
another?
don't want the phone calls.
Do you know another thing is? So if you put your details in, like in the text,
Mm.
they remove them. So they got some system where it obviously picks up the word seafood, or it picks up the word Frankston, or it picks up the word awesome orders. The what do you call it? The system they've got in the back end picks up these keywords and removes them. Another thing they do is if you take your photo and your phone number's in the background or your location on business names,
Yeah.
they remove the photo. So they've got it covered. You can't. There's whichever way you do it, they've got us over the barrel.
So if you're looking at cars, don't hit inquire unless you actually.
Please don't inquire unless you're keen. and make sure your offer is reasonable.
Yeah.
On a 50K car, we're not copping 20. We're not copping 30. We're not copping 40. We'll cop 47. We might cop 46 if we're at the end of the month and we've sold 0 cars. Make reasonable offers. Otherwise, it costs us a bloody fortune. But then a lot of people like the idea of costing us a fortune because we're the bad guy.
Yeah.
We ain't the bad guy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's very easy to see a big business as the bad guy.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, it's a James or a Josh or an Andy trying to make a living for
It's how
themselves
you
and
do
their
it, man.
family, like
Absolutely.
anyone else.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We're just we're in an industry where people have their backs up and they're real defensive as soon as they walk in. And that's the way it is, and that's okay. We need to combat that where you walk into a pharmacy and everyone's your friend and you feel confident in different industries. So but to find the right car, you need to be very specific with your search. And I don't know. I hate car sales, but you know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah. But walk-ins, still get a few walk-ins. My Heart and Drive dealership doesn't get the walk-ins. It's bustling from Monday through Friday, but come Saturday, Sunday, it's dead. It's an industrial area.
Yeah.
But then Wells Road, there are walk-ins.
Yeah.
So, plus there's a brothel just down the road, and now Sexyland is open, 25% off if you're interested. So there's a bit of a red light hub there as well, if that tickles your fancy.
Yeah.
Right. And let's face it does. So, come on down. Yeah. Or throw a barbecue. I mean, the smell of sausages lures people in.
Yeah.
So,
Snags at that.
a free 50-cent sausage, buy a $20,000 car. or the man with the the blow up man with the arms.
Yeah.
You reckon it works?
No,
No,
it's
I
not
don't
the
reckon it.
80s.
No.
It's just not. Bunting and blow up men with wiggly arms, I don't think.
They still run that. What's that dealership in Ringwood?
Car City.
I've got
Still run it.
uh,
Yeah.
the bunting, the little flags, and when it's
Yeah.
windy, it's.
Yeah.
But I think we've moved on a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Nobody's writing checks anymore and paying with that, but that's what it used to be. I used to have a checkbook. I was writing checks, but we're talking 20 years ago in the very beginning.
I
Yeah,
vaguely remember watching my mom write a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hand it over to somebody and you go, as it's bouncing.
Gonna bounce.
To rub a check.
That's good.
Yeah, because people still accept checks. I'd accept a check. You're not getting the goods until it's cashed and
Yeah.
cleared.
Yeah.
Write me a check.
Yeah.
Don't make that noise once you give it to me.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
It's a Simpsons reference anyway. That's the
That's
type of
good. I
material.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would use it, but nobody pays in check anymore.
No.
So,
Don't.
it'll be, I'll keep that in the holster and then
Yeah.
sit there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any more questions?
I don't think so. I think on that interesting note,
Yeah.
car sales,
Interesting.
brothels, snags, and checks. We
We're done.
We wrap up.
We
We wrap up. We wrap up.
Okay. Cool.
Uh,
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure, man.
If you
Good to meet you.
ever want more, I don't know, more.
Waffles and sausages.
It's chew with fat. I enjoy it. It's all right.
yeah.
Chew with fat. Chew with the stag.
Oh, very good. Awesome.